Good morning, friends. So it is dark today and it's not even that early. It's almost 8 o'clock in the morning. Paul's on the couch watching Blippi with a smoothie. That gives me some time to make breakfast. We have just been traveling. This is the way it goes. The summer in Virginia, we go absolutely nowhere. Nobody really comes here. The fall hits and we all get cabin fever. So we went to the beach about a month ago, came home, had a weekend, packed all up and took almost a whole week, a little shy, at my parents' house in Eastern Pennsylvania. We just came home. We went to the birth center yesterday, which is an hour away. Everything looks great. Got home, we're exhausted. We have today and tomorrow, and then my in-laws are coming for a long weekend. So it's craziness. I really haven't gone grocery shopping, true grocery shopping, in a month. I did a Target pickup yesterday. I just grabbed a couple essentials to get us through a couple days because I know Friday morning, Paul has a flu shot up about 45 minutes away is his pediatrician. I'm gonna go to Target again because I just wanna walk around and look at a couple clothing items for him because he's growing out of 2T already. And I'm just gonna grab stuff for when his parents are here. I usually do very low maintenance, very low cooking. I try to do like freezer meals, which I don't have any. And then for breakfast, I used to do like a cooked meal every day and it's too much. So I usually get things like Entenmann's and lots of toast options, English muffins and spreads, and I just put out the toaster and everybody can kind of help themselves. If people want to make eggs, go for it. But I don't stress about it anymore because we have too many people coming and going. So that's Friday. Like I said, don't have anything in my freezer. I am 20 weeks pregnant, so getting there, and I'm getting the nesting bug already. So I want to start making freezer meals for a couple reasons. Number one, they're easy, I don't have them. Number two, I have a lot of meat in my freezer that needs to be used up, and most of my freezer meals usually have meat in them. So I'm going to, in November, make a huge batch of freezer meals just for us to get through the holiday season, essentially. And then I'm going to, baby's due at the end of February, so early January, I'm going to do a whole nother mess of freezer meals. So I'm going to do another video with more details, but I think I decided in November I want to do an open collaboration because I love finding new YouTubers, I love watching freezer meal videos, and I need freezer meal ideas. So I'm gonna do something in November with freezer meals. I just started kind of mapping out all the freezer meals that I wanted to do, and not just dinners. I'm gonna do breakfast, lunch, dinners, and desserts is what I'm gonna do. So anyway, I'll do another video with more details closer to November. But today, one of the things I'm constantly making for the freezer, especially for this little man, is his breakfasts are carbs. That's what he likes: pancakes, waffles, French toast. So it is the season, it's October. I'm gonna make this pumpkin French toast. I'm not gonna make them into sticks necessarily, but you can. This recipe is from one of my faves. This is when Paul started eating solids. It's Baby-Led Feeding by Jenna Helwig. I like her recipes because they're a little usually on like the healthier side, especially like her muffins and stuff. They use like whole wheat flour, which is kind of what I'm into. So I made this, I think I filmed it a long time ago, and it was delicious, but it's very tiny portion. It only uses 2 slices of whole wheat sandwich bread. So I'm going to use an entire loaf. I'm going to use an entire loaf of this Dave's Killer bread. I was hoping to get the white done right, I think is what it's called. They didn't have it, so I just grabbed sprouted whole grains. Luckily, Paul will eat whole grain bread, which is awesome because there's a lot of protein in here. So I'm going to do this whole loaf. I don't know how many slices are here, so I have to figure this out. So we're going to make this recipe up as we go along. I'll type it all out, post it on my blog, and then link it below. Because this recipe I want to keep. I want to make this probably a lot. And then we'll both have breakfast with this today, and then whatever's left, I'm going to freeze it. So if I remember correctly when I made this, it said 2 pieces of bread, but I had a lot extra and I made some more. So I'm just going to quadruple everything. So I'm going to do 4 eggs, a whole cup of milk, a whole cup of canned pure pumpkin puree. And then for the spices, she just puts a pinch of nutmeg, a pinch of cinnamon, a pinch of clove. So I don't know what 4 pinches is. So I'm going to cheat and just use pumpkin pie spice because I have it. And I'm going to use probably a rounded teaspoon, I'm thinking. Teaspoon and a half. We'll try that. And the only thing my gut tells me I want to put in here is a pinch of salt. Vanilla, I think sounds lovely. So this is what I do. I made this once and it was awesome, so now I'm just adding to it. Again, I'll list all of this below. So we're gonna make these this morning. We're gonna have that for breakfast. My house is a disaster. I couldn't even tell you the last time I vacuumed down here, so I'd love to vacuum. I've got laundry going. I was doing laundry all day yesterday. I'm doing sheets today. I'm cleaning our duvet cover today. I also had Matt pull out the Halloween decorations. It is October 13th and I still haven't decorated for Halloween. I was tempted not to at all, but I was like, no, no. My Halloween buckets in the basement actually are Halloween and fall, so some of the stuff stays out till Thanksgiving. So I hope to do that today, and then I think that's it. So let me flip you around, let's make these French toast. Okay, so let's get going here. I'm gonna go ahead and plug my electric skillet in. I'm gonna get that on 350. You could absolutely use a frying pan too. So like I said, I'm gonna go rogue with this. I'm gonna start with 4 eggs in here. So this is a can of pure pumpkin. This is from Misfit Market and it's 15 ounces. So I'm just gonna approximate half this can or a cup. And then I'm gonna do just a massive heaping teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. I was tempted whether I wanted to buy this or make my own, but it was on sale at Misfit, so I bought it. If anything, I'll just refill the jar when this is done. So I'm going to add a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, I'm calling that. So this is an entire cup of whole milk. And then I'm adding an entire teaspoon of vanilla extract. This is the one that I make myself. Oh my God. Okay, I think that looks good. So I think what I'm gonna do with this is I'm gonna look up a recipe for pumpkin pancakes, and I think we're gonna make those tomorrow to stack up the freezer as well. And I'm gonna try to find something that uses a cup of pumpkin the rest of this. I hate when things use just part of like a can. It's so annoying. So I'm just gonna clean up a little bit. I can feel my griddle is really hot, and then we're gonna start, I guess, frying these up is what it's called, cooking them. So let me clean up a little bit. Okay, so I just dumped out the whole loaf of bread and I'm going to use this whole loaf of bread. And I was careful to keep the bag because I'll show you when we're done. So all I'm gonna do is, it says to grease your pan with butter, but I always like to use ghee. Again, this is from Thrive Market. It's just the oil from the butter. You can certainly make your own ghee. I like to use this for pancakes and things. It doesn't burn like butter does. So I'm just gonna put down some ghee. I have a non-stick skillet here, so technically I don't even really need it, but it adds good flavor. And I just dip them for like a second, not too long. Dip, dip, and put right on. So after about 2 minutes or so, just take a peek. That looked pretty good. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip all these guys over in just another minute or two. Okay, so these look perfect. And I'm just gonna take off one for Paul right now, and I'll cut up and see if he likes it. The rest I'm gonna put on this silicone baking sheet right here, because like I said, I am going to freeze them. I'm mom, so I'll take the last couple that are on here so they're hot. Okay, so new game plan here. It's really hot in here, so I took my flannel off. Those French toast sticks were delicious. I had mine with butter and syrup. Paul just had his completely plain. He liked him. He actually had seconds. He had about half of the other one. So I'll save those. He'll have them for snack or something like that. I did say that I was going to use the rest of that pumpkin and make pancakes tomorrow, but I was thinking the griddle's already hot. I have a dirty bowl. Why do this again tomorrow? So I'm actually just going to quasi-cheat and use our go-to pancakes is Kodiak cakes. This is just an OXO container. I just taped it on here and then taped the instructions on here. We've been doing this for years. I get the massive one at Costco. I like this one because it's whole grain and it has protein in it. So this one is a just add water only. There is a recipe on there where you can like beef up the protein by adding milk and eggs. I'm not gonna do that today. I'm just gonna do water, but I'm gonna add the rest of that pumpkin, another teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice. I don't think I'm gonna add vanilla because I feel like there's vanilla in here maybe. We're just gonna use up the pumpkin so I don't have it hanging around. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that really fast. And then I left the French toast kind of hanging out on the counter. It's been about like 15 minutes or so. So I'm gonna shove that in the freezer, and then when that comes out, I'm gonna put it in the original bread bag and put the bread bag in the freezer. If that doesn't make sense, I'll show you what I'm doing. This is not gonna last long in our freezer. Maybe 2 weeks, maybe. If I had it in the freezer for like 3 months or something, I would definitely put it in a Ziploc bag, but this will be totally fine in the bread bag. So I do it all the time. It saves up space, I feel like. Maybe it does, maybe it doesn't. So anyway, let's make some pancakes real fast.
I've been trying to be my own guiding star, but it appears it hasn't taken me very far. I've tried to be my own all in all and everything, but it's just been a hard and arduous thing. When I look back upon the life I have lived and the choices I have made, what do I see? All hell fails when I try to push my way, but when I gave in, all life's good came running at me. With an open heart and mind and arms laid down, you're a wall of hate and arms let in the light of day, and let Jesus show the way. But hey, I'm not religious in an old sense. I can't stand the weight of most priests talk in the state church or elsewhere. After having tried to decide each time I had to make a choice about something worthwhile, now I take a pause and I take a breath and listen within, then I know how to begin. With an open heart and mind and arms laid down, you're a wall and hate and arms let in the light of day, and let Jesus show the way. But hey, I'm not religious in an old sense. I can't stand the way that most priests talk in the state church or elsewhere. Try to get it right from the start. Unite mind and heart. Choose a way. Don't go astray and try to ease the pain. Don't stay the same. Love your neighbor, that's the labor. Lately, I've been questioning my own path. Who knows how long it will last or where it will go.
thank you so much for joining me. I have to put all this stuff away. So you can see I got a whole sleeve of pumpkin French toast and I got a whole thing of pumpkin pancakes all in the freezer. In case you're curious on how to reheat them, you can absolutely pop them in the toaster. I do that a lot. That works perfect. If you have a microwave, you can obviously microwave them. I'd probably maybe wrap them in a paper towel and just microwave them like 30 seconds and check them kind of thing. I actually don't have a microwave, so my favorite method is to actually take one of these sheets with the sill pad. I put as many pancakes as you want. You can put aluminum foil on it tightly. I try not to use aluminum foil. I'm trying to get away from it. So I'll just take another sheet pan, put it over, put it in a 350 oven for about 10-15 minutes. I don't really pay too close attention around there. And then just check it till it's warm through. You cover it so they don't dry out. If you just put them in an oven uncovered, they'll get kind of like crispy, but not in a good way, if that makes sense. So you can try that. I didn't get all the Halloween stuff out. I still have some fall dish towels, fall cloth napkins I'm washing, some fall fleeces, and I gotta flip my tablecloth around. So I have a fall tablecloth, fall placemats that my mom made me. So I'll probably show those to you another time. But lunch is over. It is now nap time, which means it is mom time. So I'll end this video here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you get any of these recipes to try, just make sure you let me know. Give this video a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Bye.
Your war and hate and arms left in the light of day, and let Jesus show the way.